Okay, I see the swing on my other end. So let's get going. I'm gonna see how... Right, I left off right in the middle. There is no quick recap and stuff. I just had to leave because I hit the 5-hour mark. Speaking of which, I probably need to do not disturb the phone. There we go. Immediately jumping into Claver.
Claver. He said that.
Oh? Were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin?
I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course. Yet, I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me?
Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know? Which is why he bound Lemure to secrecy. Ugh. Orange. Well, Lemure? Right, Borgini. I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney. Maki was right about you.
So, does this mean... Are you saying you use this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that, but... I'm still a little confused.
Why's that, Your Honor?
As I said before...
And the court didn't need to know. The system.
There was...
Chat, you distracted me from reading the text. 20 seconds. Tops. Especially if you stop to hear the shooter's voice. That's a good question. What did you say?
As I said before, there was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, tops. How could she do it that fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. I was at the concert. I saw it. My sense of time is impeccable.
Good point, sir.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well. Mr. Justice?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's all up to you. Do your thing.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lemure was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. It's a baby.
My case, my baby. Why do I get picked on? It's Lemure who isn't going along with the program here. Oh man, if only I had an expert witness on magic in my corner. Good point! Trucy, could you please help? I'm not a big stage magician. I don't have a lot of places to go. I just create, abductions and hostage situations. That's my bread and butter, not secret passages. As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
That's it. Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to... wringing the truth out of her. I'm really on a water bend right now.
I don't want to actually help the system. I don't actually want to help the system. I'm just here for moral support, Polly.
God damn it.
Yes. If you would, please.
Right.
Yeah? No! Not you, you unhelpful top hat. Reduced to just an accessory. Oh no! I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo! You'll need it. The big illusion. I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage, where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. To move in there 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens.
Yeah, I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Do your magic.
I'm not the magician here, but, okay, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lemure is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already! I'm a magician after all, but I ain't telling you shit. Why? Well, tell me! Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secret. Come on. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Ugh. A big illusion. Press everything. Oh, I have a wound from last time. How did you, proceed along this route? It wasn't in orange. What's those things around it? It's like orange, but not important? How? How is it not important? It is the route. Why? I walked? But you arrived behind the forums much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Lemure. You rode some kind of vehicle.
A vehicle? What vehicle?
Oh, what a novel idea. I like it.
Hey, that's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad. Oh, yeah. Laugh at the dumb attorney. I don't mind.
I'm sorry, but the girl is right. That vent was much too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit, even if I had to crouch as I walked.
Was she, like, pulled along via a harness and that's why the brooch fell off?
I cannot imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space.
Urgh, if it wasn't a vehicle, what was it?
You had me going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part?
Why do I feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show?
There is an emergency exit. Stagehand.
Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick?
Not all. Only a few that were needed to help.
See? Like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis. So, not many people knew about the trick. That is exactly how we're going to get Darian, aren't we?
What were these stagehands required to do?
One needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked, but once through there...
So, when you came back out, you were behind the audience.
Yes, that is how it worked.
Not a bad show if I do say so myself.
That's Uncle Valent for you. The old grammary touch.
But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible? Give me a sec. I had a cookie before I started the stream, and it wants to fight my throat. Definitely worth the cookie. Even if my throat is a bit... hecked up. Oh, I forgot to grab my tea. Meh. I've got water.
That's the part I don't get either. How do you forget tea when you grab the water? It's right above it.
Give me 20 seconds to crawl through it in the air vent and grab a drink. Yes, it would be hard to go so far in only 20 seconds.
2 minutes.
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are ready.
Running? in that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling, commonly referred to as an air vent. I stole Winston Payne's thesaurus.
What? What? Why not the dictionary?
I don't know, it was all greasy.
Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
Ah, that's true, but
So, you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lemire disappears on the video for 20 seconds. It's almost like that wasn't the real Lemire. She says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? If you want my professional opinion, I bet the answer is right there in that video. Do we have the video? Yep. No, it's moving. Yeah, she's moving and stuff. That's when it lights, and that's when it could be heard. So is that Lemire? They have blue eyes. Wait a minute. And then this is when the actual fire started. Actual her shows up. Now, if we look at the eyes... No, they're the same color. Never mind.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us. Something that explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony. Why are you saving here? But are you suspicious? Do you think I'm going to give you a penalty? Penalty for being suspicious!
She's speed running. She's speed running. Clip through the movement deck.
That is right. How I was picked up by the magician was because I have lit Guillemere moves.
Yeah. Evidence explaining the discrepancy. Yeah. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and testimony. Oh. Wait a minute. Does she have her brooch on? Yeah, she's got her brooch on. And then brooch there. But when she gets here... No brooch. Take that! Lemire, do you happen to remember this brooch?
Aha! The brooch! We saw that yesterday, did we not? See, I'm a detective. I have memory.
It was found at the scene, Your Honor.
And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we already determined that when that was dropped.
So did I. But we hadn't. Take another look at the video. God damn it, I just did this. The judge has read-only memory. Can we skip this? Come on. Here, you can see she's wearing the brooch. Ooh, we can pause the video now.
So she is, adding this to my read memory. Correct.
Let's take a... Bleh. I got some hard drive in my tongue. Bleh. Let's look a bit later.
What the fuck are you doing, Apollo? Why was that in your mouth?
I'm not answering that. But... No brooch.
What? The brooch! It's gone, but my memory says it should be there.
What?
Yeah. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lemure we see before the Vanishing Act and the Lemure we see after are two different people. Are they gonna bring in a twin for this bullshit? And somehow Trucy predicted this? If so, as a twin, I am offended that you just pull twins out of nowhere when you want to be like, oh, but were they there? I imagine they wheel out a media cart like in school every time they have to watch the video and then wheel it away again.
Hey, it's what the bailiffs do. It's how we, keep them busy. If they don't have enough stimulation in their environment, they kind of get catatonic. What? What?
The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Okay. Unless there's another vent we can't see. Or this vent goes wide over this way. I don't know, Apollo. You might be stretching this. Lemure, tell me, are my eyes straight? Did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Order! Prosecutor Gavin!
From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Judge. I, of course, knew about it. I'm the master of bullshit.
What?
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time.
So, I was right. There was a switch.
There was, and I'm the one who fucking pushed it. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lemure was replaced.
While we're on the subject, who was this replacement Lemure?
Why, the man behind the illusion, Valent Gramere. It's quite the close director.
That was pretty garbled. It was Gramere. Why can't I say it properly even in my head? That's quite the illusion. I still don't get one thing.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't even on stage.
That's right.
But this fake Lemure is still singing. And she's pretty good. Even though we just said that was Gramere.
60% of this trial is half the court refusing to tell you what happened because of respect for a kid's birthday party magician.
That's true! He is kind of a second-rate TV. Even the Wiggles would be ashamed to have him on.
Come on, Apollo. That's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
The Governor is not some kind of air guitar band, Fräulein.
Oh? You mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lemuel.
Very well.
Yes, do tell and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing even while I moved.
Really? Hold it! You were singing? What if her... Oh, frick! That's how Darian knows it was her who saw.
Go watch the video again and see if there's evidence of recordings.
I don't want to open that video again because they're just gonna show it to us anyway. They don't expect you to go back and watch the evidence every time.
Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings. So I used this. But it fell off. Oh shit.
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling towards the backstage?
Why should it matter where I sing? Wherever I go is the same darkness.
That... Wasn't Gavin calling BS on her mic? Moo! Ooh! Wasn't Gavin calling BS on her mic reaching the stage?
Oh, shit. We are a fake band. We use recordings. We literally have evidence that they have a recorder.
But if you were singing while you were walking,
That's right. Wouldn't the shooter and victim have been heard? She was singing right all over their heads. I mean, seriously. I guess he didn't know the vent part, but come on. Yeah, wait a minute. This magic is falling apart. That's right.
Are you sure that I called BS?
You called BS on everything and then say you knew everything.
No, because I'm a rock star. I can do that.
But you'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling.
Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime.
What state? America?
That there are states within America. America's a country.
Heck! He's using third grade knowledge on us. I know what he means, Apollo. That old speaker, Apollo. What? The speaker? The speaker was blaring at the time of the... Oh. That's how they didn't notice, because it was playing over the speaker, and so how would they notice that? It's just like, huh, there seems to be an echo. That's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? Yeah, we're having a flashback because the stream didn't start properly. Useful during, yada yada yada.
Yada yada, I'm satisfied. I got a bit stuck in the flashback. That dressing room was fitted with large speakers, playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually.
So that's why they're PA speakers. Because they were installed yesterday. To cover up this crime, because you had it planned down to the moment because you're a damn rock star.
Maybe.
So, Lemire singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lemire singing over the speaker.
ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice! Damn.
Lemire?
I have just remembered something.
Do tell!
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
Push rock stars planning things crazy.
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would know this.
Forehead! That mixing board I lent you, where is it?
The mixing? Huh? The machine, Apollo! The one that breaks music into tracks. Oh, this! Let me just pull it out of my pocket. I had completely forgotten about it. It's been an entire week. Let's take a listen. Oh, are we going to be able to edit this? The song does stop there. Wait, I'm just gonna check the lyrics here. Pleasure, pleasure, but a fleeting memory. It wraps itself around me. Now I fly through the air. I think she was still attached to a harness. That's just what I'm thinking.
It does? I must have missed it.
Look at the lyric sheet. Oh, fuck. I'm faster than the game. Apollo, you're in the game. No, I'm speaking as the other person beyond. Are you talking to eldritch deities? I mean, some people of that color assortment can be described as eldritch, but it's rude. Look at the lyric sheet at the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. We love using this bit. Oh. Was that Crash the gunshot just now?
Chat. Honestly, watching this case, this is one of the worst I've seen in this series. Have you ever seen the Very Big Circus? I was there! Gosh, and I have to be there again when I'm playing through Ace Attorney off stream. Oh, I dread that. Madness.
Honestly, I don't think this one's really bad, because there's supposed to be a magic aspect about it. Apollo is a new lawyer, a new defense attorney, specifically, and this was kind of a new thing for them to use of 3D graphics and video files, because they just had more space on, I'm assuming, 3DS cards. And so, I don't blame them for having this kind of hurdle. The execution of this trial segment is really just rough. This was just plain DS? Oh gosh. Wait, then what was the first Ace Attorney played on?
I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake.
GBA... Game Boy Advanced? Wow, how many times have they re-released just the first game? I never knew it was that crunched. But the DS port of it was more popular. Okay. And then 2 and 3 were not utilizing DS much. Okay.
It's a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lemur's ballad.
If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means Darian Christen could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating.
Huh?
I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around so quite thoroughly. Yet, one problem remains. Your forehead bang.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
It was supposed to be a gunshot, but her forehead theory does not have a certain kind of logic to it.
We all know only one person in this universe can use logic, and that guy is probably dead.
Yet, it is entirely based upon Lemuel's testimony.
That's how courts work. Is there a problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant?
Objection! She's under oath! But you have no proof.
All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear. I'm pulling a Von Karma here. I'm not using real evidence, but I'm gonna sway the jury. Because, fuck you, I'm a rock star.
Is that a great Ace Attorney reference? The only one man can use that, can use logic? No, I wasn't directly using a reference to Herlock Sholmes, but I was referencing the Ace Attorney investigation games, where Edgeworth's thing is that he can just simply connect two pieces of evidence with logic.
guilty till proven innocent here.
True. Yeah. And 3 days before.
Oh, guilty, but you gotta do it in 3 days, even though sometimes evidence in the lab can actually take up to a week's worth of time. In the real world. I guess we're in a world of flip phones, so it should take longer.
All I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear until we heard directly from the man himself.
The man. You don't mean.
Yes, we're doing a double feature here. Though he is a friend and a band member, Darian Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way other than this direct conflict of interest.
3 days of figuring out a magic act the prosecutor already knows. This takes place this decade or something. Right. There's a joke in it's Ace Attorney 2, the one where Pearl shows up. They say the year is 2019. And it's like, what? So, this being 7 years after 2019, they have more high-tech stuff than us at this rate. Hopefully. Unless something happens this year which regresses all our technology back to flip phones and VHS tapes.
As someone with a new perspective on the case.
As a suspect, to be frank.
I thought you were Claver.
I can be both.
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darian Crescent.
Get ready for justice! This is as good time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. Except, let me guess, he's AWOL and cannot be found, which means that, whoopsie doodles, we can only convict the small child.
Next year, the great Guilty Gear incident happens 20 years late, and we have to switch to a magic system.
I know nothing about Guilty Gear.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
He's a Gura wall? What? Wait, I am glad that I did not just power through until I got to be continued, because we're 30 minutes in, and this is where it ended up. Gura's iconic. I don't know a Gura. Continue? Yeah. We're only 30 minutes in. That'd be... stream's over! 30 minutes! Boom! It's like a YouTube video! July 10th. 10:40 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Apollo! I can't believe it! It really happened during the second act? And right in the middle of Lemuria's performance?
Yeah, that's kind of what it means to be in the middle of the second act. Yeah. The reason why she was in the air vent, and that switch, and the flaming guitar. When you link it all together, that's what you end up with.
Are you using logic?
Maybe.
I knew you had what it took.
Oh, it's Phoenix.
Ah! Papa!
Mr. Right! You believed in me?
Not really.
Huh?
I just thought that'd make a cooler entrance than saying hiya.
Were you gonna karate chop me?
No.
This is a 2012 Let's Play of the new Ace Attorney game. Can't believe they've changed this dumb Apollo guy. Bad choice. A game about finding Mr. Right. Didn't know it was one of those visual novels. What are you going on about, doll? It seems like you're having a psychotic break here. Why do I even bother hoping?
Where have you been lately, Papa? You haven't been coming to the office at all. And that's where your one bed is.
Sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission.
Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed. Oh no, what if you're shot too, Papa?
Then I'd be pow pow. Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyways, I'm off for a while again.
Ha! You're leaving? Why'd you even show up?
Oh, one thing before I go.
What? This better not be forged evidence. Are you gonna... Is this why everyone hates me? Because I just have a streak of forged evidence from the great Mr. Attorney, and so everyone just forgets the fact you gave me them.
Good luck.
Right.
Yeah?
No. Got it.
Better.
Wait, so you know...
No, I'm just looking away.
Is that all you came to say?
I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Maki Tobaye off the hook, no doubt.
Yeah, but...
But you're after that detective, aren't you? He ate Gumshoe 2 years back. Such a shame.
Is that why he's a shark?
Nah, shark thing is completely unrelated. He is a cannibal, though.
Darien Crescent.
Cannibal. That's what the C stands for. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
The current court system.
What did Prosecutor Gavin say during that trial? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely, that our Diva Divine is telling the truth.
But what about all the proof? This is how these games work. The brooch and the Switch and the GameCube and the GBA.
Good luck trying to catch a detective, kid. You're screwed. I want an explanation on that.
On that chat message. How are detectives hard to find? Gumshoe has a tracking device inside his cloak.
A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. Flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case.
But
if the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter in a frying pan.
are you hungry, Mr. Wright?
I haven't eaten in days. I'm the new Gumshoe.
To catch a detective in the legal system.
Yeah, Gumshoe has done so many crimes. I'm wanted by the IRS, but they can't prove anything since I keep eating all the evidence.
Leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it'll be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Tell me, Phoenix, have you ever proven anyone's guilt by a conventional method? Was there ever a open and shut case? Ever?
Oh, that reminds me.
Don't ignore me!
I have something to give you from our detective friend.
Detective Sky? Emma?
Let's see. This bag of snacks here was meant for me. And... oh, here it is.
What are those, Papa? Is that more forged evidence? They don't look very good snacking material.
They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? Someone lit off a firework in there.
Probably. Or something similar. Like the ones those kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually.
Under the sofa. Sky already found a thing under the sofa, and it was the Switch. Hey, Apollo! That's where we found that little device thingy. Right. This. Well, finally, some evidence that makes sense.
burnt fragments. That's all from me, I suppose. I'm extremely suspicious of this. Nah, they wouldn't be smart enough to be like, can you prove he did it without ever using this single piece of evidence? And therefore, fucking over Phoenix. Because, whoopsie doodles, they're fake. So, you think this was some kind of firecracker? Yeah, or one of those noisemakers. Like, you shoot off on New Year's. Did you know that in China, they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off the evil? So it's kind of the same thing. Really? I had no idea! Well, did you know this? It takes more than 500 peanuts to make 1 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. At least my useless fact had something to do with the evidence. That was just a placeholder that they forgot to remove from the game. Is that it? Just tap the evidence. I don't trust you, Phoenix. You say, not by conventional methods. Here, have some evidence. See you after the verdict. Maybe. What? I'm not gonna die! Tobey is gonna die. Right. Yeah? No, not you. Also, isn't your last name Grimir? Yeah, I like the joke. AA's only optional paths are just comforting the defendant after the case. Because once you get your verdict, anything else is optional. You got paid already. That's logical. Every man has an igniter excited. Excuse me? Find Darien Crescent's igniter and set it off. That's my unconventional method. Piss him the fuck off like we did Christopher. The first case? Yeah. And he just walked out the door. Just like a magician. Normally. I like this joke. I don't think it's a very good joke. What do you know about humor? You're a magician. I know timing. What does he want us to do? No conventional methods. What does that mean? I guess we just have to take his evidence, take his advice, and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. I'm not a cat. Maybe. I don't know. I've never taken off this hat. Courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescent?
In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time.
Very well.
Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Darian was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs Division 3. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination.
Ah, an igniter. Ooh, are we gonna smash his guitar? I like that idea. That's nice. But has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct?
Oh no. Yeah, forehead.
Let's see, chat has something here. Hang in for 3 more hours dissecting a magic trick.
He plays guitar too. Every cop wants to be a guitarist. Yeah, Darien Crescent is the lead guitar. Wait. Yeah, he's second guitar. Because when we went through this thing, it was like guitar 1, guitar 2. I forget drums. But yeah, both of them are guitarists.
Very well. Call the final witness to the stand, because I saw the script and it says no one else is going to show up. Not even the sick child. Detective Darien Crescent.
Name and occupation, please.
A surfer dude. Darien Crescent, Detective, Criminal Affairs Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those of you who don't know. So that's how he knew about the number. It is so weird to say he's final.
I'm a guitarist for the Gaviniers. Maybe you've heard of us?
Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today?
Yeah. Don't steal my lines, Claver. Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner.
Oh. Are they both in on it and Claver is just making Darien fall because he's pissed off?
You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here.
The situation's changed, Darian. And don't call me partner.
So much for old friends.
I see what you're doing, Darien. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial.
Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. Oop, chat message.
Nope. Totally no conflict of interest.
Yep. You may begin your response to Lamior's testimony. If, in fact, you have anything to say about it.
I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Borginia. Oh god, the whole band's racist. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice.
It's just is. And I'm not from Borginia. I wouldn't destroy my country from being a utopia to whatever scum it becomes. Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Here goes nothing.
Darian's rebuttal. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots? As if. Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man.
You claim Lamior's testimony was a lie.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing. Trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court-eating vague statements out of her hands just 'cause she's blind.
You've gone too far, Darian.
Look, all I'm saying is, you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective?
You look so suspicious.
You're the one who dressed me.
Detective Skye. I see. Mr. Justice, may you begin the cross-examination.
You didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. Too far. I was cool with the racism, but won't stand for the ableism. Ugh. I can't do this with Lamior's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Are the firecrackers the extra gunshots? Probably.
Darian's rebuttal. The diva's lying.
Yeah, you're lying. No, it was a slip, a Freudian slip.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When you say what you mean, but not what you wanted to say.
Fuck. Oh no. You don't have any proof she was lying.
Oh yeah, kid? You saying I lied?
No, I'm just saying you're... Apollo! Glare back at him! Ugh. Couldn't help it, I flinched by reflex. Detective Crescent!
Yeah? What do you want?
Nothing. Apollo! Shut up! Back straight! You're belting! This guy's hard as nails. He makes walking look downright cooperative.
Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. It's not like one of her senses is hearing, and that's how she gets by through this world. It can't be that good. See, I'm ultra ableist.
You never talked to her, even though you were playing in the same concert.
Not a word, as far as I can recall.
But weren't there planning sessions or something?
Don't you know, I'm the bad boy. I don't go to those. Gavin took care of all that himself.
Darian wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her. My gosh, it's going to be such a thing bouncing between these two voices.
As if you can go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyways. You'd have to be blind. No, shit. Like an idiot would believe that.
Amir's hearing is very sensitive. She'll remember him if she heard him. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it because this is an ableist court. And I need proof, apparently.
She forgot the words because of gunshots as if.
We know she messed the words. She missed the words like I did. Mixing board proved it.
Oh, yeah. There was a mistake, but blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse.
It sounds like a rad excuse.
Yeah, it kinda does, but I fucking hate that mixing board. It keeps fucking with me.
What do you mean?
You know, the other thing, the reason you had it in your inventory. The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song, a missed cue. I know all about that, man.
Oh, is why he missed his cue because he set off the firecrackers. Ha!
So, Darian just flubbed it up big time. That's all. Wait, why'd I say Darian? So, she just flubbed it up big time. That's all. I miss every cue. It's my signature move.
But these moments are exactly why I say this case isn't bad, because you can take the logical leaps and go, oh, there's firecracker bits here. Those were the gunshots Sky heard, and the fact he missed a cue because he had to trigger them. So, I don't think it's bad. I do think it is slightly padded with a lot of back and forth of just like, tell me. No. Here's the thing that says you'll tell me. Half of it. Here's the other thing that'll tell me the rest of it. Okay.
She spins this story about a gunshot to protect the kid. I'd cover her a goof. Man, I'd have to hand it to her. If she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time.
Darian, watch what you say. Lemuel is an artist.
She uses AI, bro.
No, she doesn't. You do, you projecting arsehole. She just flubbed it up. That's no small accusation from a performer of her caliber.
She got to you, alright. I could see it in your eyes. You're fucking. I tell you, most of her stuff is pretentious. It's way over my head.
I'm detecting a rift in the Gavineer's ranks.
Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted.
The premise might be fine, but the execution just wears down. Kurt Cobain messed up. Man Who Sold the World. I don't know that song. I know Kurt Cobain, but only because he's dead.
You ask me, I'd go with Detective Sky's story at the drop of a pick.
You didn't say hat because you can't wear one, you freak.
No, I'm just a guitarist. That I said pick because that's why I have a ton of teeth. They're all spare picks. Do you have any idea how many I get lost inside my guitar?
You use an electric guitar.
I know, it's fucking impressive.
Hold it! Actually, I was there too.
So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots, even though I shouldn't know about them.
Yeah, we heard gunshots. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you.
I guess you and Lemure got the same excuse then. You're fucking blind.
We know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. The fact I'm changing it to gunshot-like sounds totally doesn't mean these are a thing. I gave them to Phoenix, okay? What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots.
Maki heard them too. Remember he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them? So, how do we figure out just what those gunshots were during the third set? He wears one of those headbands with a tiny hat on it.
Yeah, I get them from Joanne's during Halloween. They're cute.
I really wish I could just throw the buzzer in his face at this statement, but I feel like they're trying. Save. We're not just going back in time. It's telling Phoenix, no, don't give us that evidence. Yep, classic AA. Alright. Present. Objection! Music change. Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial.
What things?
The first was this small device.
That's the remote-triggered igniter.
Correct. And one more thing.
What are those? The remains of something burnt. Not another guitar, I hope.
Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that was something like a firecracker.
Okay, so Sky did give them. Eh? How did Gavin know about this?
What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received a report this morning, before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually.
What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, he's gonna try and switch him around.
I registered Darian as the witness in today's trial, just in case.
This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like oh, that's why you changed it. You fucking knew. During the third set. Could have been 2 firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control.
Ooh, a chat message. Claver knows all the puzzle pieces and can't put them together at all.
Those are his shoes? What? What shoes?
You got an active imagination, don't you? I mean, I hang out with Claver all the time and he can't put fucking burgers together because he has no imagination, and that's too much for me, man.
Oh, we saw a back shot of court. Right. Darian has some silly sneakers. I'll keep that in mind next time that happens.
But you should say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me.
How so?
So, you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off? Right when 2 witnesses came walking by? Ha!
That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How could he know someone was backstage right then?
If a firecracker goes off in the forest, and there's no one to hear it, you get my drift. Why go through the trouble, man?
No! How do I explain this?
He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective.
Keep saying the gifted, weird man. Wait, that better not be the other direction of gifted.
I mean, it is the same word. You figure out what I'm saying. Show any weakness, and he's sure to find it.
He may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man.
That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. I saw something odd that...
Oh, wait a minute. There was the headset on the ground. He would know.
There was something odd just before the third set.
Something odd?
A headset. The kind all of the band members and staff members were wearing.
That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room.
what if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned on?
You could hear what was going on in that hallway, even if you were out on stage. Why are you helping us?
Because I want him dead.
Oh yeah, he's got like Power Ranger boots.
Bah. Whose side are you on, Gavin?
I'm on this side. It's up to your interpretation if it's the winning side. Just know, I'll always be here. Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in a courtroom of law.
No.
I'm on the side of justice. Yeah, thanks.
No, like the actual justice, not just is.
Thanks for understanding my name.
Which is why I now turn to you, Herr Forehead. I've a question for you.
Wow, they captured the Britishism right there. That's not a Germanism. For me?
The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix, and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything.
Gee, thanks, Claver. No, not like.
Those gunshots may have been real or fake. We can't say.
Damn it. Why is there only one person in this goddamn universe who can use logic?
We raised the possibility that the shootings were heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case.
The other half.
Look, I'll just tell him.
Huh?
He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That's right. That right, Gavin?
Indeed. If you can prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the criminal took place? Can you prove the crime took place during the second set? It's almost like there was a remote and missed beat.
Yeah, I think. Wait. Was Apollo there? No, Apollo refused to go up to the audience when it was the third set, and that's how he heard about the fake gunshots. But he was up in the place when he was when they were doing Lemire's set. You better know, Apollo, otherwise we're through. It can be proven.
You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you.
Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness, your testimony, if you would.
This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof, and fast.
Haha, you ready, kid? 'Cause I am.
But the gunshots heard during the third set could have been...
What? Some kind of setup? I've heard that one before.
Yeah, you're a rock star. You do sets. We need proof, Apollo. We need to prove that the shooting took place during the second set. Well, if you know how to do it, I'm all ears. The gunshots are the key, after all. What do you mean? Well, Lemire said she heard them, right? Right in the middle of her illusion, when she was up above the ceiling. She forgot the words of her song. Wait. Okay, I didn't get... Oh, wait, maybe the mixer... That's the wrong... 44. 24. 25. My gosh! He's only 2 years older than Apollo, but he looks like he's a good, like, Shrek-like taller. Wow, what a line of testimony. Very helpful. Give me proof. I keep forgetting everyone's age. But, okay, let me see. Do we get another track here? Oh, wait, no. Now it's the Guitarist Serenade. Okay, so that's the voice. So I'm guessing 2, because it was... And that's the piano. That's another thing. So that means on number 2, we're gonna hear a gunshot. Or not. Oh wait, no, we'll hear it on the singing. The mixer was always from Act 2. No, the mixer had the fuck up with, Darien. It was the 3rd set. It was set 2. Ah! It's right there! It's right there! I knew it! I like this mechanic. It's sad, you can't, like, play that multiple times, and Apollo's like, okay, noted, new piece of evidence, we have the gunshot. If you can prove the gun was shot right when she missed those lyrics, we're home free, I think. True. Not easy, but true. Is there some way to prove that? Let's take a look around through our evidence. Maybe there's something in there that wasn't updated. That was just a sneeze.
A powerful sneeze. It was I may be shark-themed, but my sneeze is like a mantis shrimp. Hey, aren't you supposed to be cross-examining me?
Try to refrain from private discussions during cross-examinations, Mr. Justice.
You're right. What? It wasn't my fault. No, Your Honor, sorry. Shush. Just let me take a quick look through my court record. He's pretty eager to paint Lemire as a liar, isn't he? Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough, so what do we do? Let me get back! I've got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he said it did. The detective sneezed someone to death and he used his expertise to fake the scene.
I can't let people know I have bullets in my nostrils to get this voice. Alright, but because of Ace Attorney bullshit, I am gonna save before I make this blunder. Okay.
Objection!
It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lemire's song.
No, this doesn't sound like Lemire's song.
No, this is my song. My victory song!
Her song?
What exactly is this, device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps?
Come on, we just used this, and don't get me started on a gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part.
You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lemire's voice included.
Oh! But, what does this prove?
According to Lemire's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song.
Oh, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots.
Exactly. You're totally the mastermind, but you're gonna kill Darien for this, aren't you?
Oh, the ridiculous. Totally. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in the dressing room on stage? I'm totally not breaking character, because you figured me out.
The judge grew up in 2030 when vinyl had made a comeback. Oh wait, most of these characters are my age, so that's weird.
Have you forgot? I'm stealing your words, Claver.
Have you forgotten, Darien? We were all wearing these headsets.
Oh.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lemuel's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same.
Then let's get to analyzing that recording. I don't know these fucking fancy words. Right now!
I'm not the person who does the.
You do it! You're the one who held the gun. You hold all pieces of evidence. When we use the little tape deck, you just acted out pantomime.
Lemire stopped singing when she heard those shots fired. Oh, this is where we save. It's showing a health bar. Find that spot, and I'll find the gunshots. I already did this. That was quick. Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Lemire's vocals.
Did I hear something faintly there? Yes, why, it sounded like a gunshot.
But what? This has to be some kind of mistake.
I believe you're fucking dying on the stand there, Darian. You're losing character.
Hey, you think it's easy doing these fucking accents? It was your idea.
I know, but I can do it all the time. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lemuel's testimony was true.
Grah. Grah.
Exactly at 1:39, a cough from the basement can be heard.
No! Stop, or I'll throw my booties at you.
Order! Your beauty? Or your booties? I did not hear well. So, she was telling the truth about what she heard.
Yes, Borginian for truth.
American for what?
Borginian for it's over.
American for don't kill me!
Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught fire.
Detective Crescent as I.
Claver, Detective Crescent, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it.
But why do we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't there 2 bullets fired from this weapon?
Lemire was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must have not been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then she passed over the dressing room. The gun fired again, and Mr. Latuse's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescent?
Oh, once again, I'm reminded of something. Our performance that day.
Your performance.
Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there, too, Hair Forehead. What is it with today? Problem after problem, Act 2. My hold won't start, my guitar case is busted. My guitar's been burnt to a crisp on to top that all off. Someone's dead. And then there's that performance just now. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is second guitar. See? Second guitar.
Oh, I didn't have this voice yet.
It was you, Darian. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you. I know how you play. You're better than that.
Yeah, well,
You what? Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at?
I'm talking about the murder weapon. Mr. Latuse's 45 caliber hand cannon. Hand cannon, Jesus Christ, that is one way to describe it. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur.
Wait. You mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver?
Ha! You're forgetting something.
Yes, Detective Crescent?
I'm a trained police officer. You know, I've had firearms training. Plenty of it.
You're actually just a detective. Not even Gumshoe has a gun.
Oh wait, no. Gumshoe does have a gun because he tries to point it at Pearl.
Hey kid, you wanna see a cool gun?
Kickback. I love Chainsaw Man. I've got all 13 physical volumes. I still haven't read any yet because I haven't had time. I've been unscrewing my Warhammer.
I'm no amateur.
The standard sidearm issued to the police is a 38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latouche, which suggests there was a struggle between killer and victim.
So, the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean?
The thought had occurred to me, yeah.
Well, you're guilty. Does the witness have anything to say to this? And does Chad have anything to say? Wow, I need to catch up on the last month or two of chapters. Great manga. Yeah.
I've heard it's like a fucking gore fest. I hate it.
Detective Crescent, you dare speak of Chainsaw Man in ill manner? Guilty!
What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up is ready for action has to say.
That's a long title.
I have a big mouth. Hey, you, attorney.
Me?
Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? I got a little noise on my tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed to a 45 caliber kickback. I wept for this case, Gavin. I really do.
You're dead.
You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. That's the obvious truth.
Look, Chat has more things to say about you, Mr. Hater. I bet he hates Kobeni too. 3 life sentences. I don't know what that is, but yes, 3 life sentences. Anime rules.
Judge, we are an anime.
What? I hope I'm voiced by someone cool.
I don't remember who you're voiced by.
Damn it.
Oh, wait, Kobeni from Chainsaw Man. It's so weird. I watched Chainsaw Man when the first season came out, and I suck at remembering everyone's names. I always describe them by, like, their accessories or what they do. Like, the guy who has the nail sword, which, do you see how well I can remember names? He's one of the mainer characters, and I cannot remember. I don't remember his name. I think it starts with an A. But I consistently call him Griff. Aki. Yeah, his name is Aki, but I call him Griff. Just because the first time he showed up was getting kicked in the balls by Denji. Consistently. And so forevermore, Aki in my head is Griff.
The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it.
Wait, why'd you delete Bus Girl? Did something happen to Kobeni? Whatever her fucking name is. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This is what that diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, Why would I want to kill him?
A simple reason indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, it is the case that Mr. Latouche had not been to our country before.
According to our records, yes, not even once.
I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. Damn, that lobster really had its revenge on my gut.
Great. A reference to, like, video 2. Now I need to find a motive.
Proof of innocence. Because, like, I have bad memory, like a shark.
I know a shark expert, and they would say they are just friendly sea dogs. They only bite stuff because that is how they interact with the world. Her manager. Sure. But Mr. Latouche was...
Oh, right, sorry. An Interpol agent, wasn't he? I just have trouble picturing that big lunk as an undercover cop, you dig?
It's kind of like the Terminator situation, where it looked like an undercover agent situation, but because it was so intimidating, it just demoralized all the malnourished people in the future.
And not a very good movie. I just hate everything. I'm a shark from media. Seeing as he got wasted.
That's called dog.
Not that it matters either way. I infect everyone with 2012 lingo, man. See, I had no reason to kill the man. Whatever he was. Fucking Lamborghinian. Ugh.
The only thing I enjoy watching is the streams of Garou Gura.
The hell is that? But that's not the same for Maki. No motive was proven for him.
Come on, he traveled around the world with that old fart. He had plenty of time to come up with a motive of his own.
Urgh.
More than I sure did. I mean, think about it. I can't. I don't have brain.
Shark Girl.
The only thing I enjoy watching are the streams of Garou Gura.
You didn't even say that right. Probably. I don't know. But I know you, and you don't like anything.
You can't prove it.
You have no motive.
Shit.
Darian, you're a detective with international affairs.
Yeah? What of it?
Even if this was Mr. Latouche's first trip to the country, you still could have met him prior to the concert.
Huh?
Or don't you take any international trips in international affairs?
That's right! Well, Detective Crescent,
That's your game, is it? I guess I better confess then.
confess!
Yeah, it's a bit of an embarrassment, but I've never been sent overseas.
What? But you're in international waters. You're a shark.
I've been in the waters, but I've never been across the seas, just in them. See, me and my planes got a difference of opinion. We don't like each other much.
My condolences, Herr Forehead, but he's telling the truth. He's never set foot outside the country, I can guarantee it.
As it turns out, my division has plenty of work to do locally as well. Doing the surfer voice makes me have to unhinge my jaw so much that it triggers the yawning.
That's so unfair. So, you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert.
Fraternize? Ha! I don't even think we exchanged a single word except the switch. As if anyone would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead.
Wait, is Darian also supposed to be British? As if anyone wanted to talk to that old Eastern blockhead?
Oh no, I've got to be a British, like, surfer man. No, the ladies, that's a different matter altogether.
Nah, I'm sticking with this. So, you see.
Darian, you have the worst accent.
I don't care. I'm a shark.
There's no right way to say it. Saying gar wrong is the right way to say it. Please keep the California voice.
Hold it!
You sure about that?
What? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing out one of your wild accusations. I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what.
Herr Forehead, perhaps it's best if you let your evidence do the talking. Yeah.
Man, what evidence? That's what I want to know.
So, he's using this motive question as ammunition. Well, I've got ammunition too. Evidence.
Okay, save here because... Oh man, the fuck do we do? Okay. First, let's figure out where the issue is. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? Well, reason easy, I got the motive. That was that diva's first trip to the country, right? How can I possibly know her manager?
Even if I didn't know him, why would I want to come?
Well, I've got ammunition too. Pulls out the revolver from evidence. Okay, we cannot use profiles here, so I can't just say,
How can I possibly know him? Use his profile? Oh god, I do know him!
hey, wait a minute. No, damn it, it's a Borghini and I can't read it. Wait a minute. It's the first trip, and how have they been dealing these?
Objection!
Your Honor! I think I triggered the fail state.
Yup. The music didn't change, but
Sometimes they do that to fuck with us. It clearly contradicts the my thought.
nope. Pain. No, Mr. Justice, you did not think.
Objection!
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
Huh? It does?
I don't see anything contradictory. You sure about that?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Justice.
Well, I got the power of time on my hands.
But you're on stream! You're wasting the chatter's time!
This is for the people who watch in the future anyway.
Why would I even want to kill that manager?
Because he had a big fucking gun. He wanted it.
Objection!
Well,
with all the news about COVID evolutions and all, I can believe something called Incurita is coming out next year.
Yeah!
Objection!
Okay, I was on the right track with the egg, because we have not used it yet. Except with Maki to make him talk. Your Honor, take a look at this.
What is that? It looks like candy. May I?
No, it only cures Incuritas.
I need it.
It's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent. Ever seen this?
Looks like a piece of candy.
What is it? What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it.
What? But licking is how you try it. What the fuck?
Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings.
A cocoon? I've never seen one that color.
It is a variety only found in the Republic of Bulgaria. Nowhere else.
Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has something to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latouche. Does it?
It does. Wait, I think it does.
You don't sound so confident, man.
A cocoon? Is this one of those silky cocoons? The kind that can make you, silk out of, that you can make silk out of?
Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative.
A curative? For what?
Apparently, it is most... it's good at treating a disease thought incurable. It is the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Bulgaria.
But whatever for?
Wait. Are we gonna learn that the person the judge has been talking to is Crescent's dad, who has another kid who's in the hospital, and that's how Darien knows about Incuritus? It was found on the victim. Surely it has no place here. Good point.
If it is such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering.
We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. A deadly poison, in fact.
But what?
There was an incident several years ago, 7 to be specific, where some of these got out into the black market. It caused quite the commotion in the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware.
Intriguing.
All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export, one rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others.
Interpol.
Right. Yeah? No, the victim, Roman Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crescent, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Roman Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent.
So, I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? That what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that well could be a motive for the murder.
Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market. Make myself a pretty penny? Ridiculous! I mean, totally unthinkable.
Unthinkable, you say? Why?
Perhaps it's time for another testimony. Yay.
One of millions of types of poison.
But this one's like really difficult to mix. That means it's better, right? About this smuggling of cocoons business.
A new testimony. Great. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons.
Interpol's all hot and
bothered about them.
Oh, I can't wait to press that.
Can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs. I know the deal.
Indeed. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latus undercover.
You kids think up the craziest things. But no way am I going to risk life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money.
My god, you're even speciesist? Jesus. Not the most notable of statements, but duly noted.
According to reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Selling them to an underground organization would be risky.
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
This is only the motive I've got. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm gonna find out what.
Ugh.
Hold it!
That memo! That's how you knew about the cocoons!
Oh, nice one, nice one. I'm running scared now.
You had to know about the cocoons to plan this.
Just how well known are these cocoons? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I've never heard of them.
Well, Lemire knew about them, though not their use.
My reports indicate that there are ongoing efforts to control information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export. That's all.
Then, I've got nothing to be embarrassed about after all. Whew.
You could say people like me who know about them are a minority. Yeah? See? I'm not racist, I'm a minority. But that includes everyone in international affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol, too, for that matter. Yeah. Interpol's all hot and bothered.
Hold it! Don't say that any slower! So, there are other Interpol agents like Mr. Latus.
All over the world. Likely deep undercover, most of them, like shark theme or something. That's why these cocoons are too hot for the black market. You don't want Interpol sniffing through your wares.
Oh, gosh.
We have him!
Most came to the conclusion that can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're a part of a sting and take you out himself. Like I did. I mean, I didn't. Totally. Times have changed.
Oh, wait, if Mr. Latus was able to arrest anyone, he would have had handcuffs on him, and we don't see any handcuffs. Or we didn't note any handcuffs.
Hold it!
But wouldn't scarcity drive up prices?
Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would want a piece of that action. They'd turn your forehead into Swiss cheese before you could say objection.
Maybe we could get them to cut his hair too.
Who's on trial here again?
Man, you so obviously know nothing about the market.
And that's a bad thing?
Don't even try to mess with me about this stuff.
Hold it!
Which is why you know how to find a loophole in the system.
Hey, you can't say what you want about me, but back off international affairs. There ain't no loopholes, okay? What do you think we are, Boy Scouts?
That wasn't what I was trying to say.
Down, Darian. It's as you say. There are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. International affairs, Interpol, and Bulgarian customs are all watching.
See? We know what we're doing. Not like some yippy little doggies that lap up every word the diva says.
Why I Apollo is from Boston. Why I wanna I'm Joey Wheeler. Dibs on a soda.
Or a what? You want some of this?
Chum, both of you. Let's do this cool, yeah?
Screw cool, I want this guy's head on a stick! The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's gotta be a way to find out what he's up to.
International affair. Okay, we have pressed everything.
Okay. International Affairs got a memo that the Cocoons Interpols are hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Yeah. Cocoon smuggling ain't exactly.
I have a theory.
Objection!
Haha! Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would.
How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye.
So you were selling them?
Yeah, no.
Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this?
That article! That's about the Chief Justice.
A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuratus.
Incuratus! I've heard of that somewhere.
You went to visit a victim of the disease this morning.
Ah! Why, that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has! You aren't saying...
Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice.
Are you saying the Chief Justice... The Chief Justice would never deal in contraband?
Not even to save his own son's life?
But even if the deal went through, why it'd be an international scandal?
That's Detective Crescent's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice.
Shit, he figured me out.
Detective Crescent! Is this true?
First, I'm a murderer. Now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me anyway?
Why am I yawning so much?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some water. Take some water about it. That is always good advice if you are sick or you feel unwell. Drink water about it.
Distasteful as it is to think about, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why, a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller.
Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice? Where's your proof?
What? Well,
Oh yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing.
do tell.
Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. Borginian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out.
So we were informed. Guilty!
What? No! But, come on!
Let's continue with the cross-examination.
Hold it!
Just how strict is this customs check?
Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours.
I do recall it being a bit extreme. They were even confiscating gumdrops and marshmallows.
Yes. It would be hard to distinguish them.
That's right. Gavin was in Borginia, wasn't he? How big is this supposed to be? Because I thought it was like an ostrich egg? Oh, wait. We saw this in Gavin's room. This was on the table. Okay, yeah, this is small. It's like smaller than a game controller. Probably the size of a DS if I had to guess. That's right, Gavin was in Borginia.
I remember setting off the metal detectors several times. I had to practically strip naked to walk through. You want to see that?
Here's a travel trip for you. Gavin leaves the bling at home. Here's a travel trip for you, Gavin. Leave the bling at home. You glamorous fop. They love using fop.
The goons possessed will get you arrested on the spot and then sentenced to death.
Hold it!
That's pretty extreme.
Borginia has this rep as a idyllic, laid-back place, but soon it will be like the smuggler's haven in Ace Attorney Investigations. Truth is, they're beyond hardcore with security.
The Republic of Borginia is a peaceful, pleasant country that totally won't change in a game or so. So, this level of security shows us how truly concerned they are about these cocoons.
That's the situation. Hey man, if there's a way to get cocoons out here, I'd sure like to know.
Hold it!
Did the whole testimony change? You're in a position to know quite a bit about smuggling.
Yeah, I need to know a bit for work, sure. But all we get are reports on the failed smuggling ops. It's not like we could look at the planes that came back and see which ones wouldn't come back and all. No, there's no survivorship bias. Not exactly something you want to be copying. But if you want, I can tell you a few of them. Maybe you'll succeed and get rich.
I would be interested in hearing. Purely from a legal perspective, of course.
I weep for our judicial system. The replica has to be the key to his motive, and we've looped. Huh. I don't know what to do next.
Objection!
Then how'd it get here? Your Honor! Your Honor!
No, I'm sending you back. You're broken.
Objection!
Your Honor! What do you think about the witness's statement?
You didn't do the hand slam at this time.
Yeah, because clearly you're the I want pain.
Nah.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Objection!
Oh, because this was air sealed and stuff. Actually, there is one way.
What?
One way to get something out of the country. No checks.
What is it?
You become a prosecutor.
A prosecutor?
Oh! I don't believe it.
Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office?
Russian, German, yeah.
See, there it is. It's right next to me. It's so small.
German, German, German. German,
American!
German. German, German, German. Yeah. Vacuums sealed, no one touches it. Yeah.
Oh, is that why he also wanted to burn it? To remove evidence that he brought the cocoon? Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched?
Quite. Though, I don't know why you were so racist in changing all my lines to German. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Bulgaria. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was...
With cocoons this small? It could have been very easy. To use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Borginia.
What?
Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, the guitar had some work done on it recently, right?
Work?
Good memory here, forehead. It's almost like it's been recorded that it was burst into flames. Well, you know how guitars are. Have a round hole in the front. It's called the sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of sorts.
A broken device? Oh. Wait, is this why they stole his keys? Did Darian write everything? To steal the keys to make Gavin late, so that way he could open up the case before anyone else, pull out the cocoons and put in a fire device.
Yes, this is, in fact...
An igniter!
Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean...
He means this, of course.
Yep, don't fall through the counter, Judge. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. And who better to do that than someone with access, like a member of the band? Yeah, Yorga.
Order! 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 So, the igniter.
Was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems.
It was a safety precaution.
A precaution?
Oh, here, forehead. At last, it all comes together.
Very strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of dip dip.
First, my keys was stolen.
What did he say? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lemir's ballad, if you would please.
First, my keys were stolen. A harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case.
The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar.
I see.
But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler.
What's that?
Mr. Latouche.
Ah!
Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was on to something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So, Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself.
If the cocoons were confiscated then, the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch. Now! Oh, they were still in there! The guitar burst into flames, and the cocoon was lost. And then... Mr. Latouche died.
With Lemuel there to witness it.
There's your case!
Brilliant, man.
Detective Crescent?
I gotta know, you make all that stuff up on the fly?
Full made-up story. It makes a great deal of sense, Darian.
Fa! The Republic of Borginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there.
True, you haven't.
Ha! Let's see you make up a story for that, kid. How'd I hide a cocoon in the first place, huh?
It's not so hard to imagine. You had help. A Borginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lemire heard proves it. You made this transmission from backstage.
Well, while your co-conspirator was on stage.
But,
Oh, that's why the switch was in the piano. This is it, the coup de grace. And for once, I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who could have helped.
let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned. With a great accusation comes great responsibility. Nick, why are you saving? No, you can't. Like, no, this is supposed to be the challenge of the game. You're supposed to be able to lose. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice?
Take that!
There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that person is the defendant, Maki Tobae.
But, Mr. Justice, he's your client.
But we're determining the murder, and if he was on stage, that means he didn't shoot Mr. Latouche.
A defense attorney accusing his client? That's a new one.
I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche, and I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime.
Indeed. The defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lemire?
It couldn't have been.
Well, you seem sure of yourself.
The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor.
Electronic signals.
Recall that this remote only works at a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless.
Yes, that's true.
Now, think back to the fact that the evidence here of the stage shows the piano very specifically. I wonder why. When the shooter made this transmission, Lemire was in an air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote control could reach from the air vent.
Well, looking at this, it seems that Lemire still could have done the deed.
No! When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. The part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lemire stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happened to be 15 feet tall. Oh yeah, they made mention of that when Apollo was like, I'm sick of the 15 foot. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lemire's position in the air vent.
Ah!
Well, Detective Crescent, what do you have to say to that? You know, I wonder. Okay, so 5 is just a metronome. Okay, 3 is the guitar. So that means 4 is the piano. Does that mean we'll hear him stutter? I wish I could jump to a specific segment. Like, inside. No, I can't hear it. I don't know what I'm looking out for. But I don't think we'll have to use it again. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you have to say to that?
Why the fuck did you just pull out the mixer? Your Honor!
Yes, Detective?
Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time.
Well, I don't see why not.
But what? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Oh yeah, let's look at the piano. Well, they're not showing the piano during the first time. It will flicker with light. Right?
Too bad, so sad, punk.
Punk! First you were Sleeves, then Kid, now Punk. Sleeves Kid Punk. That's a new genre. You're losing rank fast, Apollo.
What exactly are you supposed to see in this video?
The problem isn't what we see. Correct, Darian?
Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians, after all.
Care to explain for us non-musicians?
Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set off that igniter. That right?
Yeah?
Well, in order to do that, he'd have to press a switch. Am I right?
Okay.
Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano.
Piano?
Well, it seems to be the problem. The piano sounded just fine.
And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it.
Oh.
Yeah, how is he supposed to hit the switch if he's playing? You've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands open free was the Diva.
First off, the range of the communicators don't go to 30 feet, so it wouldn't reach the stage. And there is the fact, we found it inside the piano. Does that mean it's a specific note that gets played to set it off? Lemure.
But according to you, she could have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press a switch.
No. Yeah. Piano plays non-stop, but it could have been a key. He couldn't have pressed that switch.
Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire.
Well,
It's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes.
Apollo, were you wrong? Hey, I can't be wrong. I'm the protagonist, and you're the difficult person who didn't tell us how the magician worked. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just...
Strange.
What's strange?
No, it's just... something's odd about the performance there.
Odd?
Mr. Justice, If Maki Tobey didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is.
But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice.
You got the facts wrong, man. Here are some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes.
Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Maki Tobey the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought.
Apollo! If Maki's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined and the murderer gets set free even though all the evidence points to it. I know that! It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. We have to have had pressed that switch. Well, you better find a way to prove it. Urgh! What do I do? What do I do? There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Something odd. Wait a second. Claver? You said something odd.
Yeah?
What was it?
Oh, finally, you fucking ask. Yeah, the piano was off.
What was Gavin saying just now?
Strange.
American.
No, it's just... Wait, why are my words fine? Something's odd. Very odd.
Not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did you hear that was odd?
Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this. This is when you save the game. Can you prove Maki Tobey pressed that switch? Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Maki Tobey?
I can prove it. I don't know if you call this proof there per se, but I can prove it was possible.
Then, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us the evidence supporting this. Hair Forehead, you sure about this?
Huh. Accept it. There's no evidence, man.
Let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. It's playing that weird thing. On what do you base your claim that the defendant pressed that switch?
Take that!
The mixing board. The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor.
Music? What about music?
This whole case is about music. Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was pressed, right before the guitar burst into flames. Oh, I was in the wrong section.
I hear a piano being played.
But, does it sound kind of simple?
Simple?
Oh, I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Monkey could have played that part with one hand?
What? One hand?
He only needed one hand to press that switch. He could have played the piano with the other.
Huh. What? So you're some kind of piano savant?
Actually, kinda.
Then what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand.
Oh, maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait! Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah? You got something? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he? Oh, Papa? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands.
So sorry, so sad for you.
No, not really.
Huh?
That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way.
Man, how are you going to prove whether he was playing it with one hand or 2? You can't!
I admit, it will be rather difficult to prove.
but it's highly likely he was playing the piano with one hand.
But how do you know that?
The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, is it because the parts are just recordings?
No, no way. Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defense was playing with one hand. Right before the guitar burst into flames.
Maki was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire. And one section of the song proves it.
Take that!
That's the section. I'm afraid I don't hear it. What's your opinion on his, as an artist, Prosecutor Gavin?
It's a beautiful song, and the lyrics are outstanding.
I'll take that to mean there isn't a problem with this section at all.
Wait, so what was the odd thing Gavin heard? Switch was pressed in the half-second verse, right? I know, I just need to find a place to compare that. Your Honor, if you'll give me one more chance, I think I can find it. Oh, do they not penalize you for this? Because it's like super difficult and it's audio required. So how would you do that perfectly on a bus playing a DS?
I suppose we don't have a choice. Very well. You claim the defendant was playing with one hand when the switch was pressed. Show us the part that proves it.
I just want the closest save I can get. He definitely was playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire. And one section of the song proves it. There we go. Closest we can get. Is it the first section? Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it is that sounded odd to you.
As I'm sure you've realized it yourself, Herr Forehead.
But realized what?
I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part of the song in the question. Listen! Pay particular attention to but a fleeting melody phrase.
Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing?
You and me, Darian. You and me both. You're right. Enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we?
Another section?
The guitar burst into flames at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh That Night in Your Embrace."
verse 2 again.
No! God damn it, Judge! No! We're stuck here. No! Help me! I am but a simple streamer stuck in an Ace Attorney game. Help!
They feel the same, true. But they clearly are very different.
What?
Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. But the same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use two hands to play that for sure.
What's that prove?
I think you'd know that by now.
No, I'm a dumb little sharky boy. Give me some slack. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So, the two verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time.
Not this time, Darian.
Uh,
There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so the piano would stay in the background.
oh shit.
That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different? I asked myself.
Now ask yourself why Maki changed how he played, and there's only one answer. He needed a free hand in order to press the switch.
Yark! Fucking narc.
Order! 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 I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, quite. Though, personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment.
Ugh.
What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up.
Very well. Bearing an objection from the prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on the matter.
Good show, Sleeves. No great show.
It's not over? I don't like it when he looks so happy. That toothy grin.
You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing.
Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In you, hair-forehead.
What? Me? But the conflict of interest is between you two. Oh shit, wait, that doesn't mean what I think it means, does it?
Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. But the facts all check out. But even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence.
Yeah, but the facts, anyone could see it was him.
I can't. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it.
But
1,000 facts might point towards the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system. Because, oh no,
I don't believe it.
it does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present.
Oh, I think if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back.
It's unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation.
What? What? The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? Am I the only one here with special eyes? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals? Apollo! Remember what Papa said.
It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Ugh.
Every man has an igniter inside him. Find Darian Crescent's igniter and set it off.
I wonder what he meant by everyman's igniter.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Totally. Yeah. I think he just meant a weak spot, right? The kind of thing that could spark. A single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I wouldn't be able to press him further by conventional means. Gotta find a weak spot in this guy's something fatal.
So, can I get back to my work now, or what? It may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with these deadweight attorney.
Yep. Do you not see how bored he is? He's yawning. Well, Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be able to come back to the stand once we let him go because fuck the court system.
Every man has an igniter.
Huh?
Didn't you say the better guitar, the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? I need a drink.
Oh, yes. Good guitars are kept dry, is why. That provides the best sound.
Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning.
What?
Fighting time, Justice. If you blow this one, it'll be out of your hands for good.
Go for it, Apollo. Fuck it up.
What? And this igniter's supposed to come burn me up? It's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney.
All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry, and I intend to hear this one through to the very end.
Hey, we're supposed to be partners, remember?
I'm on the law's side. Have forehead, kill him. You are accusing this man, Darian Crescent, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Latouche and the smuggling of a Burgundian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove the case.
His trial has already run on for far too long. It's been nearly 2.5 hours. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, let's have it! Show us the basis for these accusations against Darian Crescent!
Okay, this is really my last chance. The key will take apart Darian Crescent's plan. Oh. Oh. They keep on going about decisive evidence. But is it a witness? Will Maki Tobaye admit to working with Darian? Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence.
Huh? So, what is?
It's a small Burgundian boy.
What? No, don't look at my computer! No!
That's why you're racist. You're projecting!
No!
It is true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I need to prove my case was something else.
You mean a witness?
Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is this person you can prove Darian Crescent's guilt?
Take that!
The defense, of course. The one person who can prove Darian Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Maki Tobaye.
Your client? Again?
Maki Tobaye was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darian Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that he was the one who plotted to smuggle the cocoon. Is the real criminal in the case.
How so?
It would require just one of the
Just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue. A residue we would find, no doubt, also inside the burnt-out guitar.
Ah! Very scientific of you.
No, this one's actually good.
Ah! Very scientific of you.
Thus, if Maki Tobeye acknowledges his agreement with Darien Crescent, considering the attempt smuggling of a Borginian cocoon, the case is solved.
Yeah, all of this was written out because this was the wrong path. Fuck you.
Darien's laughing again.
Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to.
Why not?
The little key tickler won't acknowledge anything, especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about?
Taking a cocoon out of the country means death. By Borginian law.
Oh!
Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking.
But you're wrong, Detective Crescent.
What?
It's the other way around. If Maki doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble.
Huh? How?
Look, if Maki admits to smuggling here, then he'd be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Borginia.
And they'll likely broadcast our dealings in court today. Including the part about the Borginian cocoon.
Yeah, but... Shark butt. It's the butt shark.
Don't reference that! Ugh! But what if Maki doesn't admit to smuggling now? He'll eventually be picked up by the Borginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not gonna find him guilty of murder here. Not now!
Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me.
Maybe the law doesn't allow it. But who's gonna think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? The same goes for Maki Tobeye. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan. Maki Tobeye knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him. And that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling!
Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made out of cookies? Or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Please! Don't...
The hell's going on? Oh my gosh, look at him! He's so pathetic!
Darian, I consider that my last session with you, we rocked.
I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession. Uh-oh. He's laughing again. There's a kind of sick depression in it now, though.
I have mental sickness.
Well, have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes.
And you'll talk. You tell this court everything.
I didn't want it to turn out this way. But I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime.
Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you should hesitate now.
I'm not from beginning. I knew.
Maki. It's pronounced beginning.
No, beginning. It's how we say it in my country. Situation, I cannot explain, but money. I need it. Very much money.
Today's trial raised a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definitive... that lobster, it's coming back up. Help! The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule. However,
It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard.
should another case of this sort surface, we might have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice.
Yeah?
No, you're already on HRT, apparently. You're already getting administered. Anyway, Mr. Maki Tobaye,
Yes?
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Latus, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
Ah! Jesus! Oh gosh! Jesus Christ! What is that?
I thank you. I only lie. But you see truth. You find truth.
My God, he's so ugly.
That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Maki Tobaye, not guilty. Don't show that lad's face again, please, I beg you. Court is adjourned.
July 10th, 4:42 p.m. District Court. Wait, we went into that section at 1:55 because that's when the break got over. And so it's been almost 3 hours. And the stream is 2 hours and a half. So we are faster than this game's reality.
We're breaking this space-time continuum. And I wonder what will happen to Maki. I mean, you saw how ugly he was. They're just gonna kill him. He's a smuggler for sure.
Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Borginia. I guess there'll be another trial here. All's well that ends well. Ha! I guessed it right.
Papa! You sound a lot like Darian.
I'm like totally not Darian. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a less pronounced thing.
I owe you both my thanks.
Lemure?
My, is something wrong?
I'm sorry, Maki was your partner on stage. Your friend.
Yes, I thought of him as my own son.
Oh, checks out.
Even now, I do get something got a hold of him, something evil. I see that. He must pay for what he has.
You saw that?
No, I heard it.
You can see.
Bullshit. Is that not how it should be?
I'm still sorry.
Do not be sorry. You have given me courage.
Courage?
I am considering an eye operation.
It was my suggestion, actually.
You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny. I've always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving.
According to the doctor, Amir lost her sight due to some kind of accident that's totally not relevant to the last case. An accident?
As you know, I suffer from
Oh, wait, no. If she was like a secret agent and it involves Borginia, oh no. The joke from last time of Borginia is a utopia that is going to crumble. It's like the one Borginian idol we had, Lemure, is evil! All of country will be evil now!
As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it might open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared.
You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. I didn't even use the gimmick on Darian. Damn. Do they even care about the gimmick?
If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting.
Painting.
That's right! She's the landscape painter in sound, after all.
I will paint the two of you. I promise.
Woohoo! I can't wait, Lemire.
I owe you my thanks too, Apollo. Thanks, Mr. Wright, but for what? You reminded me I needed to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Right, your secret mission.
Apollo, Turusi, I hope that we will meet again someday soon.
You bet! Me too.
And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on until it came to an end. Thanks to the trial, the Guitar Serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad,
Have them catch the killer at the end.
oh, there wasn't a comforting the person at the end of the case. There was no evidence thing. I wonder if they still do that.
Yeah, I had to do it to Walkie. But, woo! I kind of want to start the next case, but I am petrified that these just keep getting longer and longer and longer. So, I'm just going to cut it short because both times I've taken a gamble, it's ended up in 5-hour streams. So, short stream today. But that means next time we will see the next case. Okay. Back to the menu. Turn to title screen. Yeah. Alrighty. Now to push the end stream button.